In the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Baltimore Ravens. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Oh, good return up past the 30. And he'll return this one all the way out of the other side of the field.
It's tough enough to play defense anywhere, but after a return like that, now your mindset has to change a little bit. Instead of going out and just getting settled in the first few plays, you have to be prepared for just about anything.
Cowboy 80.
Willis now off play action. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Get it! Go!
To throw, here's Willis. They'll get the tight end Bowers involved there. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
Here we go, here we go.
Willis. That's to Bowers once again. A gain of 7 that time, second and goal.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now from back at the 5, this is third and goal.
Tag! Cougar 19!
Back to throw, Willis. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now fourth down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. Willis looking to throw it. This is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, called it the 21. Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their own 21. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10. You look at this Raiders defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator. Because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit. But facing the #1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance.
Good. 180. Let's go. You are X. You are X. 180.
Now it's Jackson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where is he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you get a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now this defense for the Ravens, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made a difference.
And got his man complete. Look at the big fella go. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Brock Bowers, 87 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 5. Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. You look at this Raiders defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator?
And the Raiders have got him. Max Crosby in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. Here's Willis now off the play fake. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Raiders take a 3-touchdown lead. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But with the veterans,
everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They got to start playing better assignment football.
Ashton Jeanty, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they have the game here followed by the open date on the calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Again, it's Henry. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
How about that run? Picks up a first down. Note the enthusiasm in my voice. Remember, last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I think he's trying to get another one in the fold.
And you talked, watching film, a lot about his form and just hitting the hole, running north and south, as we like to say. And I think he's been doing that a lot recently.
Squaring those shoulders and getting downhill.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Jackson going to keep it. Going deep for Walker. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Now he's free at the 35. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Carlson on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
DC, right?
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
The 36-yard line.
Hey, Alpha, sit hot.
Henry out of the pistol. And they will only muster a yard here at the 38.
Well, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on fourth down. Jackson will keep it. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped it. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And finally, he's taken down at the 18. A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
180.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry from 17 yards out. And the Ravens are able to claw one back. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
Raiders 35, Ravens 7.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now, the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead, before the other guys even...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Dante Thornton, 65 yards. And the Raiders have taken a 5-touchdown lead. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And trouble there on the kickoff as that goes out of bounds. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
You change it.
To throw is Jackson. And this is incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
Well, looking deep here for Flowers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Raiders are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So they took their shot. That was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And two of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making. Both on display right there. And it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Let it go.
Now Willis on the bootleg. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He'll get it inside the 20. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Ashton Genty. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Raiders have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well. And it's really unfortunate for them to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Here's Jackson to throw. They set up the screen for Henry. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Throwing is Jackson. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Obviously, he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. But we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Baltimore, first down.
Inside handoff, Henry. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and it forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Here's Jackson. He'll get this to Flowers, left side. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. He'll try to do it himself. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Raiders with the football now. In excellent field position.
Ready? Come on, set! 70 Timberwolves!
They go play action with Willis. So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week that takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Now Willis on 4th down. He's got his target. That's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. The one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, the offense stays on the field longer than you expect.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1. Now Willis to throw. And he's got it. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Henry again on second down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. To rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
Now Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Decent gain on the scramble at 6, but now it's 4th.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Now into the hands of Flowers. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Jackson now. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination.